my dear students in primary 5. Today inshallah we are going to study chapter 3 in The Merchant of Venice, which is Jessica's escape. First, let's know what are the characters which we are going to meet in chapter 3. The characters which we have in chapter 3 are Jessica, who is Shylock's daughter, and Lorenzo, who loves her. Also, Lancelot, who is Jessica's servant and her friend at the same time, and who always helps her. Graziano, Salarino, and Salanio, who are Lorenzo's friends and who help him. We have some stories in chapter 3. First, we have the story of friendship between Jessica and her servant and her friend at the same time, Lancelot. We have another story of friendship between Lorenzo, Graziano, and Salarino and Salanio. We have the story of love between Jessica and Lorenzo. The title of our chapter is Jessica's Escape. Escape means run away. So, in this chapter is talking about Jessica's runaway of her father's house. Let's see how. But before reading chapter 3, let's know the new vocabularies of this chapter to make your understanding to the chapter easier. The first word which we have here, sigh, to breathe in and out, making a long sound, especially because you are bored or tired. Servant, someone who helps in a house. Glad, happy. Mean, unkind, and doesn't like spending money. Greedy, loves money very much. Secret, nobody knows about. Plan, to decide what are you going to do. Ashamed, to feel sorry or embarrassed because of something you have done. Horrible, very bad. Nodded, to move head up and down, to agree. Disguise, to change your appearance, to look in a different way. Embarrassed, shy. Blind, can't see. Let's read chapter 3. Jessica was sitting at her writing desk. She was writing a letter to Lorenzo, and from time to time she sighed. She looked up when Lancelot came into the room and smiled. For her, Lancelot was more like a friend than a servant. "Oh, Lancelot, I am very glad to see you," she said. "I am so tired of living in this house. Nothing ever happens, and my father is strict." She sighed again. She didn't like her father very much. She knew that nobody in Venice liked him. This was because he lent money with interest, but also because they thought Shylock was mean and greedy. He seemed to love money more than people, and more than anything else in the world. Here in this part, Jessica wrote a letter to Lorenzo, telling him her plan to escape or run away of her father's house. Shylock, who is mean, greedy, strict, horrible, and who loves money more than anything in the world, and who is hated by everyone in Venice because he lent money with interest. "I want you to take this letter to Lorenzo," she said, "but don't tell anybody about it." "Of course, my lady," said Lancelot. "I will keep it a secret." He put the letter in his pocket. "With this letter, you are helping me to escape," Jessica said. "I am going to marry Lorenzo as soon as I can, and in this letter I tell him about my plan. Soon, Lorenzo and I will be together, and I can't forget all about this house. It's a terrible thing to be ashamed of your father, but I am. He is a horrible man, and I will be glad to leave him. Here she gave the letter to Lancelot, her servant and her friend. She told Lancelot that she is going to marry Lorenzo, and she is ashamed of being Shylock's daughter, and she wants to leave his father's house. Lancelot left at once. He found Lorenzo, who was with his friends Gratiano, Salarino, and Salanio. They were talking quietly together. Lancelot gave Lorenzo Jessica's letter. Lorenzo read it and smiled. "Tell Jessica that I will keep my promise," he said. "But tell her in secret. No one else must hear." Lancelot nodded and walked away quickly. Tonight, Shylock will not be in his house. Lorenzo told his friends, "Jessica will disguise herself as a boy, and she will wait at home for us to come. She will bring some of Shylock's gold and jewels. We will have all the money we need, and we will sail with Bassanio when he leaves for Belmont." That night, the four friends went quietly to Shylock's house. From her bedroom window, Jessica handed them down a box full of gold and jewels. Then she used a tree to climb down to the man waiting below. She couldn't look at Lorenzo. "I am embarrassed," she said, "because I am wearing boys' clothes." "Don't worry, Jessica, my dear," said Lorenzo. "I love you whatever clothes you are wearing." "It is true," said Jessica. "Love is blind, and lovers can't see." "Now, my love, we must hurry. We haven't got much time," said Lorenzo. "Bassanio's ship is sailing very soon." Here, Lancelot gave the letter to Lorenzo, and Lorenzo told his friends Gratiano, Salarino, and Salanio that Shylock won't be in his house tonight, and Jessica will disguise or change her appearance or look as a boy, and she will bring some of Shylock's gold and jewels, and all of them will sail with Bassanio to Belmont, where Portia lives, as Bassanio wants to marry her. The four friends waited for Jessica under her house, and she used a tree to climb down, and she was embarrassed of her appearance. And after that, all of them are going to sail with Bassanio to Belmont. Thank you for listening. I hope you understand the chapter well. Please study it well. Listen to the video more than one time. Study the new vocabularies well. Thank you for your listening.